Hey there, geeks and freaks. Welcome to the first ever campaign of Let's Get Critical, an actual D&D podcast where we found out podcasting is cheaper than therapy, in fact. My name is Micah. I will be the game master, and I'm very excited to present our first campaign that is 1980s inspired D&D adventure. With me, I got some of my good friends. I'm going to quickly point at each of you. Go ahead and give your name when I point at you. Are you ready?
John, and I will be playing Jimmy.
Okay.
Beth, and I'll be playing Madonna.
Amanda, and I'll be playing Sienna.
Yo.
I'm Sarah, and I will be playing Cassandra.
Amazing, guys. It's almost like we practiced. We didn't. Man, I'm so excited about this. If you like Stranger Things, if you like Scooby-Doo, if you like Gravity Falls, if you like teen drama, Mallrats, mixtapes, or just regular magical man, this might be the podcast for you, so buckle up. Crack open a soda, rewind the tape, and welcome to The Static Between Worlds. Our story begins in Eldritch Falls, a picture-perfect town tucked in the misty pines of the valleys of the united realm of Andugra. Good old home of the brave and land of the Fae. Am I right? Okay, that one fell. Tourists know this place for its giant 90-foot cascading waterfall, and the locals know it for milkshakes, for the VHS rentals, for the local high school football rivals. And recently, it's known for one more thing, and that is the Vamp Energy Facility, a state-of-the-art power plant that boasts clean energy and record-breaking profits. But Vamp isn't just in this little city. Oh no. Their vast electrical and power plant facilities range all across these great united realms. But hey, it's the 80s, baby. Big hair, booming malls, acid denim, all of the greatest things smashed into one decade. So let's go ahead and move on in to the streets of Eldritch Falls, where a group of unlikely teens are about to have a very unusual week. I am going to roll a d4 to see who we're actually introducing in our party first. So let's see where this goes. Interesting. Okay. So our scene pans down onto the streets of this small town, and we find ourselves in a little neighborhood, on a little cul-de-sac in that little neighborhood. And right in that cul-de-sac is a modest one-bedroom house. We see a police squad car in the front and a small truck next to it. The house itself's got like big chunky wood. It's a little bit older 70s style house, and it's got a big wraparound porch with one of the swings on the front of it. On that swing, we see a teenage girl holding a book open in her lap. And on top of that book is a newspaper. Sarah, if you can go ahead and introduce your character.
Fantastic. So, this is Cassandra. Hi. She's a little bit on the taller side for girls her age, but 5'7"-ish, pretty decently lithe and tall. She's got a very healthy flush to her skin. She's got, freckles that almost shine in the light a little bit. She has a kind of, dirty blonde hair, done up in, of course, big little poofy curls all around her head. And she wears a rather pastel, kind of like a little bit of a pinkish hue for a sweater. Comes up into a high collar like a turtleneck. And some very pale acid wash baby blue jeans. And little kitten heels because they're classic.
As you're sitting on this little swing in this little rinky-dink neighborhood, You're looking down at this newspaper, and not on the front page. You're in the ad section. You see an ad that's giving an inquiry regarding lost artifacts at a local to the state Natural Science Museum history. Below that, you have beautiful leather-bound book with almost medieval-like lettering, gold leaf on the inside of it. I think seems fine until you look up. And when you look up, the scene begins to change a little bit for you. You realize that the sky was once a crystal blue, is now blood red. And as you look around at the familiar surroundings, the big fir trees, the scent of the pine, and cop car, the other houses on this cul-de-sac, everything turns into an inky black silhouette. You can tell it's all still there, but all you can see is the silhouette of shapes that should be recognizable. I'm going to need you to start us off the first roll of the session. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Perception check. Oh my gosh. Should have had the dice ready. Why don't I have the dice ready? Oh my god.
Oh,
That's all right. We're going to move on to the next person. Okay.
I'm dead. No. All right. Okay.
roll.
All right. First roll. What kind of roll is this? Do I get
Perception, just
Perception.
straight perception.
Oh no. That is a 6.
A six. Oh, what's your passive?
My my passive perception is a 12.
Okay. This wasn't a difficult roll. I mean, you've been here a little while. You kind of know your surroundings. You can kind of see everything as it was. There's only... Yeah, you've been on the swing a couple times. There's one thing that you don't recognize. One of the silhouetted shapes is a perfect sphere of blackness in the very middle of the cul-de-sac, about 5 feet wide and 5 feet tall. You see that this sphere is floating several feet off of the ground. Wouldn't mind it.
Oh god. Okay. I look around real quick. Do I see anybody in the street? Do I see anybody else around? Or has, like, all life kind of just got sucked out?
No. Give me an investigation check.
That's a natural 20.
It's a natural 20.
Whoa.
Okay.
First one.
Natural 20.
You know everything about this dark spear now. You're an expert.
There's gonna be a couple things, actually. Snow's around. What's really weirding you out, but not in an unsettling way. There's nothing about what you're seeing. I'm gonna give you that on a natural 20. There's nothing about what you're seeing that's scaring you necessarily. But it's almost as if you're in a picture. Everything's just too still. You're around trees. You should be around nature. Nothing's really moving. And even this orb in the center, nothing's happening to it. As you look at it, though, in the distance, you start to hear. It's a best you can tell with an actual 20. Sounds kind of like a storm warning alarm going off. But still nothing that gives an immediate threat or any other people, anything, just red skies, inky silhouettes all around, and orb right in the middle of the cul-de-sac, and that siren.
No one's around. I'm looking around and I see empty streets. I hear the siren, but I don't see, like, the wind moving. Everything just feels very still. And I go, okay. And I'll just get up and I will start walking towards the orb.
Okay, we'll walk.
Slowly, cautiously, but I'm so curious. What is this?
You're walking. Everything seems indifferent. It's almost like the grass under your feet isn't even getting crushed. You're just almost floating as you go towards. As you start to go towards it, though, 50 feet, 40 feet, 30 feet, the siren begins to actually get a little bit quicker. And it starts going from 10 feet, 5 feet. And you get 5 feet in front of this massive orb. It's almost as big as you. The black begins to fade from your eyes. And you see that you are looking at a massive slitted eye. You see hundreds of eyes suddenly appear all around you, all looking down. And you close yours. When you open yours, though, you still hear that alarm. You still see the red glow. But you realize that that was your alarm in your bed chamber. And that you just woke up. I am going to just need like a straight wisdom throw from you.
Okay. 16 and then just wisdom, so just a +2 from wisdom. So 18.
You got just enough to remember the feeling and what the image looked like of that giant eye. Big, slitted, red iris looking back at you. As you look around, you're in a spare room. It's not your stuff. It's not your things. You see pictures on the wall of a middle-aged man with a woman, happy, smiling, all around. It's for things you see in this room in various boxes, kind of dusty. And as you start to get out of the bed, of footsteps coming, you hear someone knock on the door. Cass?
Yeah, yes.
The door will kind of open. Can I come in?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's gonna open the door. You're gonna see middle-aged man. Kind of hair receding a little bit. Some lines on the face. Not someone that's a total pushover, but slimmer figure, a little bit of a beer belly. He's in a sheriff uniform. As he kind of walks in, and he's behind his eyes right now. They just look so bashful as he opens the door to try to walk in. And instead of like walking into the room, you see him do this weird thing where he doesn't know if he's actually supposed to be in or out. So he just kind of turns and is facing the door frame, and is just like, "Sorry, I just thought I just thought I heard something. Are you okay?"
Yeah. No, I'm fine. Is alarm probably. It just went off.
Oh, yeah. And he kind of looks around. You see his eyes kind of catch the boxes in the corner with all of the things and the pictures, and he kind of rubs his head a little bit. Look, I know it's new town, new city. We've been here a little while. It is first day of school. I didn't want to leave you hanging. I made breakfast. Is eggs, bacon okay? Or is that...
Oh, certainly. That sounds lovely. Thank you.
Okay, I mean, I don't know if you want your uncle, like driving you to school or anything. We're off the main street. You can walk, or you can take my truck if you want it. It might not run great, but, if you need to.
Thank you. I don't want to be in any trouble. I can I can walk.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I'll check on the toast for breakfast. I'll be downstairs.
I'll be down in a little bit.
And you see he just walks away and leaves you to kind of get ready for your day. Is there anything you want to do before you get ready to kind of just start your walk to school?
I think I just do my regular routine. I don't have any of my beauty supplies and stuff here to do any of my regimen or anything like that, but I still wash my face, still splash a little cold water, and then when I look in the mirror, I think I stare into my eyes a little bit, and then that image of that eye flashes again, because I almost forgot. But then I'll go over and I have like a little side journal that I put like little notes or little interesting bits and stuff in. Not the leather bound journal, not the very pretty journal, but the other one, just a regular like big notebook or something like that, or just a regular notebook or something like that. And I think I just jot down a couple things: red eyes, red sky, black silhouettes, and then I just try and draw like a quick sketch out of that eye, just kind of the impression it gave, and then just kind of circle it as its own thing. And as it pulls back, I think you see a lot of other different little mini notes and snapshots of other dreams. Some of them were just like flying, some of them were just regular dreams, some of other things, but that one right there just gets a little asterisk for being particularly fucked up. And then I head down and go about my day.
Are you bringing your journals with you? Is any of that coming with you?
I think, yes, I think that journal goes with me everywhere. I think the special journal goes with me, but it stays in the bag underneath a whole bunch of other stuff. And then the other journal and like other school supplies goes on top, and that's what gets used.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so you grab your stuff, you start to leave. There's actually a pile of newspapers in your room, older dates, and you would know. None of what you saw in your dream are in any of these newspapers. There's no inquiries, nothing of that regard. They're just kind of piled away. So you start to go down, you get a breakfast, and you see your uncle is down there. He's pouring himself a cup of coffee, just kind of looking out the window. So, first day of school, how you feel about that?
Oh, well, I mean, it'll be fine. It'll be, how different can it be? Really?
Yeah, I'm sure it will. You seem like a great kid. I wish your mom would have let me around. But I'm sorry, I shouldn't be talking about your past. That's a mistake on my part. Do you drink coffee? I don't know. I should let you go to school. Go ahead and go to school. I'll have stuff ready for you when you get back. I gotta go down to the station myself.
Oh, okay. Thank you for breakfast. That was really nice.
Oh, yeah. Sorry if you had a little shell. It's not my forte to eat breakfast. So you came along, but live and learn, you know? Huh.
Me either. You should just had a banana and then went about the day, you know?
Oh, that was
new.
surprising. I seem to remember what was. You know what? I need to get off that. I'm airing out old one. It's not my stuff. He's gonna go ahead and get in his police squad car. He's gonna leave. Are you leaving as well?
I think I kind of let him go, and then once he's gone, I just do a little breath and a little tension out because interaction so early. And then finish up, and then I think once he goes, I think I do the dishes really quick. Like I just speed through trying to wash and do the dishes and set them out to dry.
Okay.
Everything. And then grab my stuff and head out. So I'm just like a good maybe 5-10 minutes after him.
Okay. As you start to leave, we're gonna pan out from this scene, and we're gonna move on to a bit of a different scene. This is still in the suburbs, a little bit different, a little bit nicer area. The suburbs, closer to the school. Just picture perfect suburban street is where we're headed to, and as we kind of lean in onto this nice 2-story house. We enter through the front door and we see this chaos of mismatch items in this house. There are art supplies, clay ashtrays everywhere, incense on one side, but then at the same time, there's surgically clean areas of this house with motivational posters up and little weights kind of neatly stacked on shelves with nice motivational books next to it. As we go up to the upstairs room, though, we're going to try again on that roll. We go into a room that has a very different vibe. there are posters on the wall. A little bit darker aesthetic in this room. Some might even say brooding. And we see another teenage girl. A very different teenage girl. Getting ready for her day. Beth, will you go ahead and please describe your character for us?
All right. Madonna Everfield is 5'3", bright neon purple hair. She's always wearing her black leather jacket, some scuffed up looking Converse jeans. She swaps out her band t-shirts, but her makeup's pretty consistent as well. Dark eyeliner, black eyeshadow, black lipstick. Sometimes she adds splashes of color, but typically it's just the black and then white base. Other than that, she will always carry her guitar. It's a bright red and then white outlines on her electric guitar.
Hell yeah. Okay, and what species is this?
She's a tiefling. She's got blue skin, blue tail. She does have brown horns and bright, almost backlit yellowish orange eyes.
All right. As you just kind of in there getting ready for your day, you hear kind of on your door. Hey, Con, how you doing?
I live another day, Mother.
Oh, don't we all? Oh my God. Well, I'm just checking on you. I think your brother's almost finished in the bathroom, so just want to make sure, we get our teeth brushed, we doing our hair, we all ready for the first day of school. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, I'll leave you to it. So you brooding another day. Be right back. You see that? She walks off. You open your door and you start to head down the hall towards where your bathroom should be. The bathroom, as you see it, is in total darkness. You walk up and you see something shifting in the darkness. Go ahead and make a perception check for
me. 19, so.
19.
Plus 2, say
Plus
10.
1? Oh my God.
She's the expert with bathrooms.
You kind of like
It's your favorite drink.
kind of do like a shimmy just to kind of see like what's up, in the bathroom. And stepping out of the bathroom is the most horrifying vista you've ever seen in your life. Sean, please describe yourself.
So Jimmy will be, kind of freshly coming out of the bathroom, like wiping his hands off real quick on his pants. And real quick, you kind of see him very short, probably right around 5 feet, actually red-skinned tiefling. And this boy kind of adjusting his glasses. You can kind of see that his hair is still kind of wet from doing it and, putting it in its very, high, tight, kind of kept, gelled back business comb over. And he's just very anxious and kind of all over the place, as you can tell. And as he walks out, he's like, hey, so I made sure and I organized everything in there by size and by alphabet. So if you could, possibly just make sure everything gets put back in the right place, it would definitely help, keep it organized for next time. We'll be twice as efficient when we get in there.
I'm not gonna do that, Jimmy. Jimmy, I'm moving shit. I'm gonna move all of it.
You just this one thing. I promise. Madonna, I'll make sure that, whatever dark thing you need will be done.
You know what? That could actually be useful. Choose your one item. Everything else is getting knocked over.
I guess my toothbrush.
I'll save it for last. You're welcome. She's gonna walk into the bathroom and slam the door in his face.
He stands there awkwardly before just bowing head in defeat, and I guess it's time for my breakfast.
Okay, so with Madonna now in the bathroom and young Jimmy, hungry, the hunger inside him. Going, let's get some breakfast. He's going to go ahead and walk down the stairs, and you see a tall figure, fire truck red skin, same as yours, kind of that same greasy black hair too, but just tightly permed. Two massive horns that kind of go straight up. You see sweatbands on the horns, on his head, around his neck, on his arms, on his knees, and on his feet. And you see him just kind of just, hey, in front of a little TV that you have in your living room with like 10-pound weights. And you hear the TV going, okay, now we're going for the back section. Everyone get ready to turn around. And you see he does a whip around and he goes, Jimmy, my boy, how are you doing this fine morning?
Gosh, Dad, I'm just here for breakfast. I think that is a really inconceivable amount of sweatbands. I think maybe one or two probably would have done you there, Dad.
You see he puts his waist down, puts his hand on your shoulder, he says, Jimmy, aerobics is not for everyone.
And Jimmy's gonna kind of shudder as his hand touches his shoulder, but he really brushes it off.
Still think you should try jazzercise at some point. We've got another class tonight, you, me, and my mom, and your mom. You know, we could all, jazzercise together.
I don't think that's gonna work, Dad. I've got a lot of important studying and organizing and learning to do.
That is okay, son. You see, he takes your head kind of almost in like a lock around his arm with the side hug. He says, you know what? Every man needs to have a good organizational system. That's what I always say when I'm selling things at Vant. Just look over here. He sees you. He points you over to his books. You see everything's in perfect alphabetical order, color coded. There's different sections. He said, this is how I became the top salesman of last year. And we can always pray. 2 years in the row. Oh, sorry, son. You know what? Go ahead and get some breakfast with your mom.
Dad, you know that I have a throat thing. You can't grab me like that.
Oh, you just gotta work through that throat thing.
I'm gonna go eat.
All right. You go to the kitchen. You see the most ethereal, in the weirdest way, woman. That is your mother. She's got orange skin, also with kind of curly, frazzled brown hair, brown horns, just like yours, in two sweaters, like a sweater and then a cardigan over the sweater, holding a coffee mug, 3 incense burning behind her. Oh my God, my baby boy, I made it in the shape of a smiley face for you. I was really thinking that would be the best way to start the first day of the next year of school together. Here you go, Trini. You see it's like a little toast with like its egg smiley face over it, and like it's got like little ketchup on the side just scribbled on, love you, Mom. She hands it to you with a fork to eat up.
Oh, geez, Mom. I appreciate what you're doing, but you know what I told you about the quadrants. They've got to be divided. And he immediately smooshes everything off to the side and divides it equally into sections. You see, Mom? It's so much more efficient when we do it this way.
My little boy is getting his own identity, and I think that's wonderful. I am just so proud of the man you're growing into.
Oh, jeez, Mom.
I really needed to take some time to process it last night, and I actually made this. You're gonna see her pull out like this little clay figurine that's, I guess, you, but it has like all of your baby teeth like wedged in all around this clay figure. She's like, I just think it's the perfect representation of how you're growing into this perfect little man.
This is the stuff of nightmare, Mom. I don't know. I don't know if anybody would approve of.
Don't worry, it's not gonna go anywhere people can see. I'm gonna put it in your bathroom for you and your sister. I made one for her too.
Oh.
At this point,
you have a lot of teeth.
You see Madonna comes downstairs too. And you just hear your dad, uh-oh, look out, here she comes, as you walk into the kitchen for your breakfast as well. At this point, both parents are coming into the kitchen, and your mom, Madonna, my baby girl, she's gonna try to best she can try to like grab one of your hands to hold it.
Mama's gonna carefully slide her fingers back out of that grasp.
You see that she grabs it and she kind of does little jazz hands. As she pulls back, she goes, "So, listen, sister, I know this is a time about identity and about expressing oneself. That's what this is for. That's why I'm a guidance counselor to help you with this. I have been asked by Principal Dank Tho, that this time, though, this year, if you could express yourself without setting his car on fire, that was actually the stipulation of me keeping my job at the school. So, here's what I'm thinking. Little mommy girl time. You and I, when we're feeling that rage, because trust me, it hits me once a month, you and I, we go to the pottery wheel together at school, and we just let that clay know what's for, show him who's boss, and we get it all out there.
Mom, I swear, if you make me do that, I will set your car on fire.
Such fire. She gets it from her father. You see, Ricky, guilty as charged. Guilty as charged. I love your mother. Just a beautiful woman. Marisol, you see, he grabs her hand, and then he, like, reaches for all your hands.
Oh, God.
I think we all know what time it is.
Do
I think
not touch
we
me.
all know what time it is. It's time for the Everfield
Dad, you're sweating.
family
Don't
mantra.
touch me. No.
There's nothing wrong with a little sweat, and your mom goes, some women find it just, woo. Anyways,
Stop lying to him,
disgusting.
Mom.
you see that they're like trying to hold your hands, and like also like are locked eyes, and they're not. It's not like aggressive PDA, but like their horns are kind of like weirdly interlocked right now. And then your dad goes, "We have to start the day with the family mantra. We all know it. Okay, all together, y'all. We take, come on,
Yeah.
we take the day by the Marisol, we've done this every day for the last
Horns.
18 years. I feel like they don't know it. We take the day by the horns. We're Everfields, doggone it. Sorry, I didn't mean to curse, honey. Do you
Two
kiddos
things,
want to ride to
Dad.
school? Oh, yeah, sure.
The day does not have horns, and there's no way that we could grab them. You need to understand how days worked out. We've talked about this before.
Well, you know, I love listening to y'all, and I surely value your ideas, but that's great. Do you want to ride to school?
I do not. I don't.
We
want
could
to see
all
you. No.
ride together. Your mom needs to go to school. I gotta go sell some Vanth products. We all go, one big family in the family vehicle.
I think I'm good, Dad, but thank you.
All right, Jimmy, just the three of us, it sounds like.
I think it'd be good, bonding wise, if me and Madonna went together.
Your mom puts her hands up. Oh my god, my
And
babies.
he's gonna punch her in the
day
arm.
that I was
Madonna's out the
waiting
door.
for.
She's gone. She's like, God damn it.
But wait, I never got to. Oh, darn it! And he's gonna grab a banana and sprint out the door.
Y'all both leave, and y'all are starting to walk. Y'all aren't very far from the school. As y'all are coming up to a stop sign, though, you see, like, the most just basic sedan pull up next to you with the windows rolled down, and it's your mom and dad. And you hear there's a cassette tape playing inside, and it just says, I am enough. And both your parents are going, we are enough. I am an island. We are an island. You're my island. And they scoot off ahead of you. As y'all are walking towards this school, though, you get up to the steps. We're going to actually pan out one last time. And we're going to end up very far away. We're actually going to end up on the campgrounds, east side of the city, where we see the oddest looking shack in the middle of these campgrounds. It is a 2-story type of shack. The bottom seems normal, almost like a mobile home. It's got a little sign that says Celeste Tea Shop on the front. The second story, however, is shaped like the biggest teacup you've ever seen in your life, with a little window in the center. And we see, as we pan down, a crow come and fly onto the window. And through the window pane, we see one more teenage girl. Amanda, if you can please describe your character.
So Sienna is a halfling. She is very charismatic. She's very positive. Even in the darkest situation, she always plays a little joke just to like kill the, break the ice a little bit. She favors one jacket and one jacket only, and that is her lime green mint jacket. She believes it gives her a little bit of swagger when in actuality, not so much. She is 3 feet tall. She has dark, thick hair that she throws up in a ponytail because she doesn't know what else to do with it. And she is ready for anything that comes to the day, basically. She is not shy to hop on an adventure. In fact, it's the one thing that she dreams about day in and day out, is to find adventure, because her life and the things she's gone through, which I won't get into, kind of put a damper on how she views her life. So she's very much ready to go out there and she's a wanderlust spirit. We'll put it that way.
Little wanderlust spirit looking out the pane. You see this crow fly down. This crow's got 1 foot. As it tries to like balance itself on its window pane, you look out to the trees, the forest. Y'all are on the edge of the forest. It is almost calling out to you as you look. As you turn back in, you're in like a weird attic space. You've got a bed. There's a bunch of pictures, family, that you don't really like to look at, that are all on one wall. As you're just kind of getting ready for your day, you hear, "Where is she? What was her name again? What? Sienna!
Aunt Celeste, did you drink that new tea that you exported?
Oh my God! Yes! Is this Sienna?
Yes, we've been over this. And with an S, don't forget, you always misspell it whenever you're trying to talk about me to customers.
Sienna, will you just come down here? You can't just be up there all the time. It's not safe.
I'll try to get there as fast as I can. I am 3 feet tall.
Okay, I'm counting. 1, 2.
I'm coming.
Okay.
Okay, I'm here.
You come downstairs to see your Sleece, who's also a halfling. And your character is, just for the audience, it is a halfling. You see this older, bent. She's kind of the same height as you, but you realize she's actually very tall for a halfling. She's just got this horrible kink in her back, and she's kind of crutched forward. She's just whisking away with tea stuff, rapidly extracting tea bags from different pots and putting some in iced teas, and then putting up displays. Hurry, we're open in 20 minutes. It has to be perfect. And you, at this point, you kind of know the tea. She's wanting you to help set up her tea shop for, it's a little bit of a tourist trap, in the area. She says, let me look at you. Maybe?
Aunt Celeste, I'm fine. I woke up, I'm here, I'm breathing. How are you?
Oh, am I? Good. Look. I know you have to go to school. They told me I couldn't keep you. But, I need you to be safe. I need you to drink this special herb tea to keep you safe. And I need you to carry a baseball bat with you in case anyone approaches.
Sienna chooses to humor her Aunt Celeste because she feels for her, takes the bat and the tea. Sure thing, Aunt Celeste, just like every other day, except today I'm so thankful for the bat instead of the one that had barbed wire over it.
You're such a good girl. Just like my child. It's not fair. your mother should have to watch their child die first.
Thinkety!
You look down at your tea, and you see she was stirring something in your tea. You pull it out, and it's a crow's foot in the tea. Drink up! And she's got this big old knife, and next to her is just like a row of crow's feet hanging to the side. She's like, you'll never guess my secret ingredient for Anu's tea.
I think I can guess very well. I'll just add it to, I guess I'll make a keychain collection.
Yes, lovely. If you see any two-legged birds outside, be a darling and let me know, okay?
Sure thing, Miss Celeste. Aunt Celeste.
Okay, have fun, dear, and don't talk to strangers, and don't have fun, and don't do anything that I wouldn't do, and look out for cars, and look out for trees, and look out for birds, and animals, and killers, and murderers, and all the other scary things out there. Bye!
Sure thing, Aunt Celeste. I think with this bat I'll be just fine.
Oh, yes. You sure you don't want the barbed wire?
No, I think I'll be quite alright. I don't think the police station would appreciate that.
Okay. You leave the front of the tea shop. You start to walk out, and it's mobile homes, it's campgrounds. You know, there's a few RVs parked around. You've got a little bit of a trek. You've got to go all the way to the very front of this RV park to find the bus, pull up, and take you off to the school. As you're walking by, you just see one older guy, big belly, huge, in a lawn chair, sitting out front of his RV. Hey, Tina, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Oh man, I'm just doing great. How's that aunt of yours doing? She doing good?
Oh, just as sane as ever.
Yeah, that's fine, woman. Listen, today's the day. I promise. I'm actually for real gonna ask her out this time. I know I've said that for the last 3 months, but I think today's the day where I ask her on out. So, who knows? Maybe I'll be your uncle.
You know, you would really win her heart over if you sent her a crow.
Crow, huh? You see, he kind of scratches his head, pulls a shotgun out, and starts shooting at the trees. Don't worry, I'll get one for her. You keep walking, get on the school bus, and we're all finally making our way to school. You'll all sort of start to arrive at the same time at the steps of school. This is Eldritch Fall High. It's nice for this rinky-dink town. Pretty nice. Y'all all approach the steps and disperse. The Everfields, y'all are really trying to avoid your mom, who is currently at the front door greeting every student as they go in. Oh my goodness. Don't be nervous. I'm telling you. It's just your soul. It's got shoes on up too tight, and you just need to loosen up a little bit, okay?
Oh God, I think we should go in the other entrance.
Hey, Jimmy!
Oh, no,
Jimmy, the door's here.
Oh
The
God.
door's here, Jimmy.
Hi, Mom. How's it going? I got stuff to attend to inside, so it's good seeing you.
Oh, my little businessman, okay.
Madonna's trying to sneak past with a book in front of her face, trying to sneak past through the door.
As you try to, sneak past, Cassandra also walks by. And you see this Everfield stops. Wait, oh my god, oh. Are you Cassandra?
Yes, and you are?
I just knew it. I am Mrs. Everfield. You can just call me Miss Marcy. I prefer it, honestly. One of the people here, you know. Listen, I'm the art teacher if you're in for that kind of thing, but I'm also the guidance counselor. And I just want to let you know, I have a personal philosophy, no student left behind. And I know this is your first year. This is all happening, by the way, at the front entrance, first day of school. I just want to let you know, I am not gonna let you just be alone, stuck by yourself. Madonna! Baby, Madonna, my daughter, go to my daughter, Madonna. She's got a wonderful personality, very expressive. Watch her hands. But she would be delighted to help the new student through the school.
Madonna's like standing over there. She was pretending like she wasn't listening, but she like
You
puts her shoulders down.
Punches her in the shoulder and
Oh,
goes
and
off
that's
in the hallway.
my
You,
boy
Jimmy.
Jimmy. He could definitely help you too.
Oh yeah,
He's a
Madonna said
looker.
she's got it. She's got it.
And he books it down the hallway.
Madonna's gonna like throw a pencil at him as he's running.
As she's doing all of this, we see Sienna just like awkwardly like trying to get around the commotion that's happening at the front door, and you just hear, "It's that little Sienna."
I go.
Oh,
Second she turns away, she looks at her. I go.
sweetheart, you're gone.
Oh God.
And are you
Go,
still there?
go.
I'm trying to leave with Cassandra.
Okay, so you you see, oh, Sienna, your parents, oh, golly, baby. No, you need to see me in my office at some time. It's no rush. You could even come to the art lounge. You know, I don't like to even call it a classroom. I know things are tough, though. You can hang out with my boy Jimmy even if you want. It seems that my daughter has forgotten her hospitality. But that's okay. My boy Jimmy is still luckily right here in the hallway. I'm sure he'd be lovely to you. And make sure that you're not alone on your first day back after a very tragic event occurred.
Mom, I think we should have a quick sidebar, and you see that he's actually glowing a little bit more red than he normally is. Very noticeably, very red. And he's like, Mom, I think we should quick sidebar, to make sure we're professional. I think maybe it would be good if we talked,
Any company is going to be lucky to have you. But right now, I need you to be a man that is sensitive to a lady's emotions and everything she's going through, and be a friend. Can you be a friend?
And you can see that he's very noticeably sweating and just super, super anxious.
What is Sienna doing during all of this?
I'm just watching this interaction unfold and not knowing what to say, and just waiting for y'all to conclude.
Mom, it's a girl. It's a girl, Mom.
I know, and if with any luck I want any grandchildren, one of my children
No, and he covers her.
will have to be nice to people.
I'll show her to class. Just
Jimmy,
stop.
Actually, you don't have to do that. I heard you have great organizational skills, so I would love some help at my aunt's tea shop. You may know her.
Oh,
Miss Les.
little house call.
Is it clean there?
It's structured. That's why I'm calling you in. I heard
You see another figure approaches at this point and goes, Marisol, I think that's enough. We need to let the kids get to the class. You see a short, squat, almost perfectly square-looking dwarf with a 5 o'clock shadow. If tired could be a person, it's this man. This is Professor Dagthu, and he just looks on. Did you have the conversation with Madonna? Yeah, no, we had conversation. We're good. No more car fires. We definitely took care of that. Okay. Sienna, sorry to hear about your parents. Go to class. You're good. Jimmy.
Yes, sir.
You're very clammy right now. Are you?
Yes,
sick?
sir. I feel okay, sir.
Oh, okay. Please stop saluting me. That I'm literally just your principal. Please go to class.
My body is a vessel for your knowledge.
Sure.
Come on, Julie. Let's just go to class.
Thank you.
Oh my
your
God.
hall starts.
She's
to
touching
walk.
me, Mom. She's touching me.
You see, there's clearly a foot space between where Sienna has her hand held out and where Jimmy is. He's just kind of hovering. But yeah, we're all starting to go to class, and first thing we do, we're going back to Cassandra here. Now, we say, and Leslie, I want to make sure we say for the audience, Cassandra is a
human-looking. How do you pronounce it again? Oh God,
Asimov.
Hey,
there we go.
Z. I just gotta think it. I gotta think it's spelled with a Z.
The Asimov, yes.
Yes, somewhere.
The Asimov.
Asimov. Yes.
What is going through Cassandra's head right now? First day of school back. You're currently with Madonna, who you never really talked to walking through the halls.
I think the walk to the school left me with like a cool kind of confidence that immediately shattered the second I was introduced to Miss Edwarfield. And then just kind of left in a little bit of a panic mode. So I'm here kind of rebooting as we walk through, and I've forgotten where I'm supposed to be going to class. Like it just blanked. And so I'm just kind of following along with her. We're both just walking in a direction until I realize, oh God, where are we going?
I'm assuming that we have the same first class. That's the janitor's closet. Those are the bathrooms. That's the library. Don't go in there. There's a lot of nerds in there. And then we just keep on briskly walking. She doesn't say anything other than that.
Yeah, so you have no idea. No idea where you're going first class. First class for y'all is going to be basically just science. Y'all are heading towards science class. While you're headed there, though, you see a variety of different individuals. The one that really probably catches your eye, Cassandra, is this girl, preppy kind of outfit, just screams rich. Dirty blonde hair tossed to the side, perfect blue eyeliner, the kind that you used to wear before stuff happened. You know, cherry red lips. And y'all are actually walking along the same hallway too. You see this figure standing there and just kind of looks at you and goes, "Oh my God. Hi. Hi. Are you new?"
Yes, is it that easy to tell?
Well, I got an eye for this thing, you know. I'm Stacy.
Hi, Stacy. I'm Cassandra.
Yeah, Stacy Vervain. You may have heard of us. My dad's the mayor. No? Well, it doesn't matter. Me and Madonna know each other real well. And I'm actually going to need Madonna to go ahead and roll a history or raw intelligence for me.
So that's 19.
19? You hate this woman with every fiber of your being. You always have hated this woman. She looks at you, she kind of gives you that little nose crinkle.
Snooty little, yeah.
Donna, how you doing?
Hi.
Hi.
Pleasure to see you again. We should get to going to class, I
I
think.
know it is. Well, if you need anything. Oh my God, I'm being so selfish. You know, I'm actually having a party tonight. Dad rented out Powerline Pier from the Vant Company. We've got the whole pier, and it's all the most popular kids there. You should totally come.
Jimmy, we should totally go. We could work on your social skills.
Totally
Perfect
come.
way to catch a disease. For
And
sure.
Madonna, we actually need music.
Madonna's eyes kind of light up, but she's still like, she's giving her the side eye, but she's like, oh, you don't know who that is. Since when did you like
Roll a
music?
deception, and she's gonna roll an insight on you.
13 plus 7, so 20, a dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Oh my God.
Rolling like crazy.
So she doesn't seem to pick up on that excitement. You see her shift a little bit, kind of nervously. Well, I don't know if this sweetens it at all for you, but Roxy will be our drummer at the event.
Well, I guess I could make time in my very busy schedule for that.
Oh my God. Ugh, that's totally radical. I am so glad that y'all are both coming. 7 o'clock. Don't be late unless it's fashionable, okay?
Yeah, okay. She's gonna
Right.
start, like, one-handed pushing
You
Cassandra.
see, Sutter kind of gives like that kind of like weird, like kind of finger goodbye, you know?
I'd avoid her if I was you. Plague on a human existence, to be honest.
Aren't you going to the party?
Yes, but purely out of necessity.
Right.
As y'all continue to walk down, you see the most muscular, badass looking female orc with a blue mohawk that's kind of got like fringe to it and like leather jacket. just leaning against kind of like the side of a locker next to some little water fountains. And she's just looking down at her nails. She sees y'all walk by. She goes, "What's up?"
Sup, Roxy. And, you've seen that, Madonna's color has changed a little bit. She's less blue now, a little more purple, but she's, shrinking in on herself a little bit, scooting a little closer to Cassandra, scooting her farther along down the hallway.
She's gonna, kind of lean over you a little bit and just kind of look down and be like, "New look? I like it."
Thanks, Roxy. Thought I'd do a little change by, this year.
You're looking good, baby girl. And you see she's gonna kind of lean back. As this happens, though, like, slow motion, you'll see, like, this other figure just evaporate next to her. How do you describe this individual? Is also goth, but in, like, a sickly kind of way. You see this drow elf that's just all bones and sweat and pale. His mascara is smeared, but it doesn't seem like purposely smeared. It's kind of like he's been dabbling with it too much. His nails are all nibbled raw from biting on them. He's got the grossest greasy hair just flipped in front and several piercings on either ear. And he just kind of appears next to Rocky and goes, "Hey, babe." And she goes, "What's up?" "Oh, nothing. Just, just getting lost in my feelings, underneath the bench outside." She's like, "Wow, that's badass. Well, I'll see you later, Madonna."
Can I just, as I'm just watching this, fascinated from the sideline, can I just inside check to figure out, did he really just call her babe? Is that what I think that was? That couldn't be. I misheard that. Is he real? Is that for real?
Yeah, go for it. Give me an insight check.
Because I've not been in public high school, but even I know that math ain't mathin'. Oh no. My insight. Where's insight? There we go. Okay. +2. No, that's a 7.
A 7.
That's 7.
The light's probably just a little weird in here. He probably looks worse than it is.
Okay.
He's definitely up smooching on her.
So together, but it's probably just a wrong
now,
girl impression.
Madonna would maybe know this is a long-term boyfriend that's been in the situation since middle school. So been around for a while. His name's Nevin Darkswoon. You've never really liked Nevin. It's hard to like or dislike him. It's kind of like being next to a living corpse, to be honest, whenever he's in the room. But yeah, this is just Nevin, just smells vaguely of cigarettes and always has mystery stains on everything and just the grease is everywhere.
Madonna's gonna be taking that distraction. She's gonna be ducking under Roxy's arms, running. Not quite running, but, briskly walking with Cassandra, still pushing. She's trying to get faster away from the situation that she was not prepared for.
At this point, I'm no longer stopping her from. I'm actively helping us get
There's
along.
heat
Okay?
emanating off of me.
Y'all go
I've
ahead.
seen enough.
Go to class. I mean, we're past that. And now we're back to Sienna and Jimmy kind of walking. As we're walking, you're kind of leading Jimmy. Jimmy is 15, right?
Right around there.
Sienna, is she 15 as well?
16.
16. Okay, so you need to get science class. Before you make it there, though, you see the biggest person you've ever seen. This massive Goliath of an individual, in flannel and denim, sleeveless gloves on either hands, walk by, 8 feet tall. This guy's got gray skin, and he's got, like, a cool mullet. Like, cool 80s mullet with one ear pierced with a dangly earring. You see, he doesn't even seem to notice that you're there. It's like he almost steps over you. You're so small. When he gets to Jimmy, though, you see he just puts a hand on Jimmy. Jimmy, I'm gonna need you, as he just lays his hand, to make a strength saving throw.
Let's go.
Just casually gonna push you.
Oh my god, that's a nat 20.
Is it
That's
really?
a nat 20.
Years of experience.
Being bright red and terrified of embarrassing himself in this moment with a woman next to him, just bright red, completely drenched head to toe in sweat. His poor, patterned shirt completely drenched at this point. He's just standing there stiff as a board.
Oh my god. So, yeah, years of experience with this guy. This guy's name is Brad Stoneburner. You have dealt with this guy for years. Told you it's time to get out, and you just miss his hand as it slams down on you. And you see he laughs and says, "You're learning, Jimmy, aren't you? Well, one of you had to." He slams on the locker. Locker burst open, and you see your buddy, Max, the elf. You see an elf with a bowler hat, or bowler hair, type hair, and like this perpetual static at the top of his brown hair where it's just kind of sticking up. The saddest thing about Max, though, is his dental headgear that literally wraps around his face. And as he opens it, he's like, "Jimmy, you made it!"
Hey, Max, what's up, man?
Oh,
Look aboard an AV class later, dude. I saw we had the same class, man.
It's gonna be thick. I got all kinds of cool stuff that I figured out about Vance, and we are gonna come to, and you see the door just slams back as Brad gets tired of listening to him.
Oh. And he just looks up at Brad.
Y'all seem like you're really good friends.
As you say that,
Cool, don't worry about this guy.
you see Brad looks down and goes, "Holy shit, I didn't even know you were down there." Yeah, me and Jimmy are real good buds. Such good buddies, I'm gonna give you a pass just today for walking in my hallway. But tomorrow, don't you worry, we'll get a double time then. And he's gonna walk off.
Well,
Oh,
Jimmy's
Jesus.
a punctual person. You'll know. You'll know when he comes down the hall. So just maybe not meet up with him. He doesn't seem like he has really good intentions.
A voice from inside the locker goes, "You never know. You never know."
What, 1 second, hold that thought. And he's gonna go over and he's gonna let Max out of the locker. He's like, "How bad did you get it? Did it get you this time?"
Give me a sleight of hand to try to get this locker open.
Oh, that's a nat 1.
You go up to the locker.
There's something in the latch. Max, check it from the other side.
You both start to shimmy it. You've been sweating so profusely that there's a puddle on the floor, and you slip on the puddle and face plant directly into the locker.
Oh, damn it.
Oh my gosh, Jimmy, are you okay?
Totally intentional. Totally intentional. It's our strategy to get out of these kind of situations. Not to worry. Completely drenching in sweat, glowing even redder. And
Hi, Zimmy. Is that a girl?
Gosh, jeez, man, quiet.
Sienna, we're gonna get you out of there.
Holy crap, dude. You're such a lady, man. Oh my god.
Shut up, Max. We're so close.
Oh, sorry, Sienna. You sound really cool. Maybe in like 6 and 7 hours, the janitor will let me out and we can meet each other, okay?
Oh my gosh, Jimmy, where is the janitor's closet? We can't just leave him in there.
It's over this way. Here, wait. Do you have that first day of school map? I'll show you. And he takes 30 minutes explaining in detail exactly how to get to the janitor's closet, even though it's about, probably 10 steps and 1 turn away.
Y'all are super late for class. You get waved on from a teacher as you see another middle-aged man just in brown sweater, tie, brown slacks, sticks his head out. He's a dragonborn, bright green skin. Jimmy, are you spending 30 minutes explaining your map system to another person here?
Yeah, and then if you see this as a sign flat... Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I'm almost done, I promise. I know it hasn't taken...
Keep doing this every year, Jimmy. Please get to class.
Oh, Yes, sir, absolutely. Max is in 211 this time.
By the way, it's the locker right next to him, and you see all the lockers go pop, 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 and they open up as Max is released, and Max is going to go class with you. Seeing
That's a neat trick.
you are free to go, but on your way to science class, well, honestly, you almost might as well just go to second period. You've missed most of the first class. You see Stacy is outside talking to the principal. She goes, oh my god. Oh my god, is that Sienna?
Hey, girl, how have you been?
Oh, I can't complain. My life is literally perfect. So yeah, thank you. Principal, thank you. Sorry. Anytime you need anything from my dad, just let him know. I was crushed to hear about your parents, girl. And it just gagged me with the spoon to even hear that happens. I want you to know that I'm here for you. Always. And you need to be in a party. I've got a party tonight. Caroline Pier, 7 o'clock. You should be there.
Oh, Stacy, although that's a really great offer and you're so genuine with your sympathy about what happened to me. I'm so sorry that it was hard for you. But sure, I mean, I'd love to come. I'd hate to be a rude party guest and reject your invite.
Don't be rude. Don't be rude. Show up to the party, 7 o'clock. Be there. Or be square.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna be there.
Hi, Stacy.
This is like 300 feet down the hallway. So all she can hear is, huh? And she kind of looks back and goes,
Jimmy's like waving his heart out, thinking that he just had the coolest interactions.
you see the teacher, and this is your teacher, Anthony. Anthony, the Dragonborn, drags you by the collar and brings you into the classroom. As I was saying, Jimmy and Max, today in history, we are going over the fascinating subject of... Can anyone guess? Anyone?
Real quick, does Jimmy actually remember this? Because he would 100%. But
It's the first day of school, though.
What?
It's the first day of school, though, right?
Yeah, but,
Oh, we're just...
picking up.
Oh, okay.
Because they've been in class for 30 minutes.
oh yeah,
Oh,
all right,
forgot.
that's
Okay.
not very great. That's 13.
So 13, that's good enough. If you had to guess, because you kind of get ahead on your reading on a lot of stuff,
Oh yeah.
where you think we're going to leave off was probably in the Middle Ages, because that's where y'all left off in history last year. You have been waiting and anticipating in hope for next year to get back into the subject of ancient history. So yeah, your hands shoot up, and he's going, does anyone remember where...
Oh, I know.
Mr. Everfield.
Oh my. Well, first of all, Mr. Anthony, thank you so much. I appreciate it. We left off in the Middle Ages, and we're right in the thick of it. Like, and he just goes in depth of like talking way longer than anybody anticipated. The student talking about exactly where we left off, kind of giving a full recap of all the stuff.
Are nodding off as you speak, and he said, "All right, Jimmy, let's." That's enough. I'll take the lecture from here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. So we left off in the Middle Ages. Our ancestors, orcs, elves, dragonborns, humans, the Asmars, the tieflings, the elves, the dwarves. We all, once upon a time, lived in a very fascinating society. Very interesting time. Wizards were raining down fire from above. Kingdoms, open portals, the other dimensions. There was a lot of magic. Our ancestors called it the weave, the wailings of magic underneath us in the world. And so they said it channeled through their bodies, allowed them to do magical things. There were monsters and dragons and all interesting things. But where I really wanted to bring our attention today is you see, he goes to the chalkboard and kind of scrapes out severing. This marks the beginning of the Renaissance for our world, as for whatever reason, our ability to channel as magic seemed to stop, according to the history books. Couldn't channel it anymore. We know that the energy, the weave, as they told it, is still underneath our feet. Currently, powering light bulbs, thanks to Vanth, actually, but for whatever reason, none of us are raining down fireballs anymore. So, yeah. We're going to get into the first 3 chapters on the Renaissance and the Severance in our book. The lecture just kind of goes on. You only got like 10 minutes to try to explain all this before the bell rings. And you go back out. As you go back out, you see Stacy still in the hallway, flirting with Brad. And you see Brad kind of shapes up, doesn't want to be seen with cool kids, and just kind of walks out. Stacy's kind of giggling, but then she looks over at you and goes, "Wait. Oh my god, are you Donna's brother?"
Stacy. Yeah, Stacy,
There's like a lot of perspiration happening. Should I take that as a yes?
It just intensifies even further, like bright red, light bulb red at this point.
Oh.
Just sweating profusely.
Jimmy.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Wow. That was a lot. You know what we need a lot of energy at? My party.
Oh my god.
You should totally come. Your sister's coming. All the coolest kids are going to be there. And why wouldn't Jimmy be there?
Oh, I would be honored, Stacy. Anything.
Oh.
Yeah, should I like bring chips, or I could plan out the whole schedule? See, the plan that I have here, and I immediately rip out my notebook and flip them through pages.
She's going to put her hand on your hands. I'm going to need a wisdom save for a
Oh no!
as she puts her hand on yours.
Oh man, 21.
21?
Just turns into a statue again.
She kind of like, reaches in. She smells like lilac. And you're, for a second, really about to spaz out. But then you're like, you know what? I am Jimmy. And I am cool. And you kind of like get your composure together a little bit as she touches you and she goes, 7 o'clock.
Jimmy, in his head, he's like, I've got this. Oh! Absolutely. For sure.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. I'll see you later. And she walks away.
Goodbye, Stacy. I love you.
You see, from behind, you just hear a voice. What the heck? No way, Jimmy! Oh, got invited to a party.
Yeah, absolutely. He's like fixing his hair, like adjusting his shirt that's like drenched in sweat.
I've got great news, Jimmy. So, remember how last year my dentist told me that I was a hopeless cause and my teeth would never get fixed?
Yeah, we thought it was going to last forever. I remember.
I went to an orthodontist, and he said within 8 to 9 years, he thinks that I could have the orchid smile he's ever known.
Oh, dude, that's so good, man. That's a lot better than the projections we were making.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, it was either this or get abducted by aliens, which we definitely talked about in AD Club, but later, bro. Later. We've got a party to go to.
Yeah, it'll definitely take time for us to contact them to make adequate.
You need to take copious notes so I know what a high school party is like when you get back.
Oh my god, I already have. And he flips to a page where he just quickly scribbled a few notes about talking to popular girls. Don't sweat is like highlighted and underlined twice.
So good.
Y'all continue on with your day without too much disruption. Everyone's avoiding Mrs. Everfield. They already know. As she's going from locker room to locker room, and y'all start to head home. As you head home, how do you think that the various people in your lives would handle y'all going to a party on a school night?
I think our parents are going to be very supportive no matter what.
Okay, while y'all are thinking about that, we're gonna go to the Everfield house, and you just see your mom go, "Oh my god, you're both going to a party? Oh, this is gonna be great for both of you." Just remember, sweetheart, protection is cool, and we need to be safe with our bodies, regardless of what we're doing. And you see your dad comes, and he takes his arm around you, and he goes, "And you know sport, buddy. Women are like flowers. That's really all you need to remember."
Dad, how are you still sweaty?
I think that's actually you, Sport. I'm in a suit.
Oh, never mind. It makes sense.
Oh, well. Go get him, Tiger. Hey, we love both of you. And take the night. Why the horns, am I right? Y'all need a ride? You want to ride with... We can ride you to Pier.
You know, Dad, I definitely anticipated something a lot different than this. So you being so supportive it's just what I needed. I really appreciate it. I've got some notes that I wanted to go over with you regarding an encounter that I had today. He's going to quickly flip a few pages.
She's going to start walking away.
Oh, buddy, it's only 10 minutes till the party starts. You sure you want to dig into this right away?
He slams the notebook shut, seeing that Madonna's walking away. I gotta go, Dad. Talk to you later.
All right, y'all are both out. What is it like for Sienna? How does she deal with...
So, on Celeste, I was invited to a gathering later.
A gathering?
Yes, and it's for school.
Oh.
I was thinking it would be good for me to get out and socialize with kids my age, considering staring at the window pane could kind of be a little, boring and, self-deprecating and my soul crushing,
Soul crushing. That should be the name of my new tea. If it's for school, then I guess I have to let you go. Just remember to bring your bat and your flashlight and your first aid kit and your best smile.
Oh my gosh, Aunt Celeste, you're the best. I'm so happy. Thank you so much for letting me go.
And where is this again, just in case I need to pop in?
It's going to be at the pier.
The Pier?
The pier. It's a new restaurant in town.
You see she tries to pull out a map of the city, and she's got two huge cataracts in both eyes, and she's just looking over. The Pier. Yes, dear. I'm sure I'll find it. Don't you worry.
Well, it is relatively new, so you might need a map update, which you probably can't get till tomorrow, but I promise it's a very scrumptious place to eat. All the kids my age are going.
Oh. Scoped out the competition for me. Gotta make sure there's no other tea shops opening up in town.
My thoughts exactly on Celeste.
Such a good girl. Don't ever do anything, ever, in your entire life.
I wouldn't imagine it living here.
Okay, love you.
Love you too. Thank you so much.
You walk out, you start to head, you hear a familiar voice going, Tomorrow I'm gonna ask you. I know it's gonna be tomorrow. I'm gonna ask your aunt out. Don't you worry about it.
Well, you know what she would love instead of a crow? You should makeshift her a fake map with a restaurant that's called the Pier.
Fake map, you say. You see, he takes out a map, pulls out a handgun, and starts shooting a bunch of holes in the map. Yeah, that'll do it. Thanks, kid. Have fun. Last but not least, we got Cassandra.
Yes. My first question is when I get home, is this cruiser even there? Is he even there? Is he still working?
He does not get home until pretty late. I mean, almost when you're leaving for the party is when he starts to roll in. You see he's got kind of like a bag of takeout food in his hand as he walks in. Oh,
Hey.
I was.
Good. It was pretty regular,
Oh,
I think.
yeah. I got Chinese.
Oh. I'd love to, but I was invited to a party.
Oh, you see, kind of looks that down at the Chinese. His face is a little crestfallen, but you should go to the party. Go have fun.
I could be fashionably late.
I mean, no, I shouldn't keep the kid to be here with your uncle. He didn't even know it existed until a few months ago. You know, it's.
I don't know. Anyone?
Spend an evening with
I
them.
could give you an egg roll for the road, maybe.
Sure. Yes.
Yeah.
That would be.
You see, he like tries in this like bunch of paper towel, just hands you a lukewarm egg roll, and he says, "I'll look. I know parties happen. I'm chief. Just try not to go some crazy. At the pier, we get in trouble sometimes with Ant. Don't need that, you know. So just be smart. Whatever you do."
I'm just going to get a lay of the land. I'll probably be back early.
Okay. Well, hockey's on, so I'll be out. You all leave, and you start to gather at this pier. You kind of get there, and it's a big wraparound pier. So you know that on kind of the south end is all Vance property. There's a lot of loading docks, kind of abandoned. They don't load a lot anymore on this area. And then you can look kind of just across the highway, little 4-lane highway, and there is Vance AMG facility, and it is massive. I mean, it looks like a mini city over there. This complex is huge, just sprawling. You know, it's got the corporate offices, it's got labs, it's got humming generators just lined all around that have to be powering half the nation at this point. But, you know, everything looks normal. In fact, it looks pretty quiet. At this point, you all are kind of scattered. Just as one group. So you kind of notice maybe there are some lights at the end of the pier, right on the precipice. So you all start heading there. Nobody is at this pier. Let's get like a group insight track from everybody.
Everything. 18.
I got a dirty 20.
11. That is 7.
7. Jimmy.
I'm tied up in this map. I'm like,
I told you we should have took the left turn at Albuquerque. I told you nobody would be here.
Yeah, you know, you're not sure, but who knows? Maybe like team parties are actually surprise parties for like every guest. You've never actually been one.
Oh.
But yeah, that being said, y'all are a little bit more adjusted to life. Madonna and Cassandra particularly knows a thing or two about nice parties. It's pretty obvious to y'all that y'all were lied to, just to make an embarrassment. And as you even think these thoughts, you see one car zooming by on the highway. It is Brad, big man Brad, and he's got a film camera as he just zooms by and goes, "You really thought she would have invited you, losers?" And there's a flash.
Madonna's flipping him off the whole way.
As
Whole
he
time.
drives off in his car and drives away.
Jimmy is standing right by the road next to Madonna holding the map and gets splashed with muddy water as he drives by.
He's like, whoa, I think that was Brad.
And
I mean, stupid cheerleader was up to something.
sure enough, she was lying to all of you in order to get to its pier. Still nice night. I mean, the pier still looks pretty nice. If y'all want to give it a look, or I mean, no, I guess could just start walking back home. It's seems a bit like a waste.
You know what, guys? I really don't want to go back home. I don't feel like organizing tea bags. And Jimmy, I'm going to leave that for us to do. So do you guys want to see what this pier's about? Never really ventured.
Yeah, Madonna's gonna be walking towards the water. She just kind of knocked her, because she'd been rolling an amplifier with her to try and, play her guitar for everyone, but she just kind of leaves it by the street,
But I have
walks towards the pier.
I've just sullied my whole outfit. I don't know if I can proceed this filthy.
And there's water right there.
Go wash off, Jimmy. It's no big deal.
Madonna, you don't have my wipes. I told you to bring them.
Jimmy, I'm not going to carry your wipes forever.
I guess the water will have to do.
You'll start to walk towards the end of the pier, and it's right next to this nice kind of beachy area. And yeah, it's high school, and it sucks. And this is where all of you are. You've all had life happen to you, and now you're stuck at a pier. Nobody around. All of you have been humiliated first day of school. And as these thoughts are going through your head, you hear a rumbling underneath the earth itself as it begins to shake. And you stop. Wow. That rumbling starts to get louder, and so it turns from a woo, 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 to a out from the center of the Vamp energy plant. You see a streak of white light go shooting straight towards the sky. As this happens, these aurora-like lights start to emulate out from the Vamp facility and start rippling directly towards all of you. I need everyone to make a dex save for me.
Oof, I got a nat 1. I failed.
17.
17.
You said Dex?
Dex. Yeah. Is
Nat 1, my first saving throw.
6, okay?
Jimmy's got a 21.
He's been looking.
He got a 21.
He got a 21. He got a 19 plus 2. So
He's on
Jimmy
edge
was
to set
staring at this factory the whole time, just kind of mumbling to himself, thinking, man, that particulate matter, it's just causing so much damage to the ozone with all the sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide.
Oh my Lord!
White light
Takes cover.
comes emulating towards you, and y'all are all permeated with white light. You no longer can see each other. You can't see anything. Just a white light all around you. With a 21, we're going to start with, what was your skin?
17.
17, we're going to start with Jimmy. This white light seems to envelop you. And then, as if waking up, you realize this isn't just pale light, this is moonlight. And you kind of open your eyes. You're still surrounded by white light and a very ethereal-like events, but up in the distance, you see bright and night in the moonwall, riding a massive stag. As he looks at you, he hands his sword down to his sheath, slides it in, takes his massive gauntlet of a hand, and points. And in your head, start to hear the different sounds of animals. And you feel as if the light itself is permeating your very bones.
Jimmy's kind of grabbing his ears, kicking and squirming on the ground as this is happening.
Please describe for Anonymous what class Jimmy's at.
So Jimmy is a druid, and Jimmy, as he's kind of kicking and thrashing on the ground with all these animal noises in his head, kind of just shook. You see as like bones snap and crackle and pop, kind of like one of those old like 70s, 80s kind of horror movies where they're like changing into like a werewolf or whatever. Things are snapping and cracking, and then his head just kind of, and you see that it's just like a little rat head going. And then he snaps and crackles some more, and then and it's a giant lion head as he kind of shifts and shakes until he settles, and then just turns into a full-fledged lion just sitting there curled up into a ball.
As you turn into this lion, you're able to shake out of this light and reorient yourself to your surroundings. But as you look down, you're still a lion.
I look down at my paws, and I'm just completely baffled. You see just a lion sitting with himself, paws up, staring directly down, completely silent, jaw just dropped, just... And then you just see him collapse to the side.
You collapse to the side, and as you collapse to the side, you look at the rest of the group, and you realize that Cassandra is floating in a sky several feet above everyone. Cassandra, you are immersed in white light. And then you're not. You feel like you're in not real life, not fantasy, but a memory. As you see a man writing in a familiar leather book, sitting at a desk. You see a woman behind him. I don't understand. Why are you trying to get rid of the book? He looks over at her. He looks back at the book. I have seen it. I've seen the end of days. It's not my children, all my children's children, all theirs. But in many years, someone will read this. They will think they will have stolen this. That's just my enchantment. This has always been for them. And they will read it. You blink, and the memory fades, as all you see is the book in your hands, erupting with life. And in the back pages that you always just assumed were not written, they start to flutter open. And where there was just a blank page, you see words appear and say, "Hello, Cassandra." At this moment, you blink again, and you feel like your feet are back on the ground. Please describe for everybody what is Cassandra.
Cassandra is a divination wizard. The freckles on her cheeks mimic the fluttering and flashing lights of starlight above. And there's an almost luminescence, like a light hiding behind her eyes that make them glow briefly. And she feels with the pulse of her heartbeat as it was sent racing is now slowly coming back down. With each pulse, it's like she can hear the flap of a butterfly's wing. She can feel the tempo of, she can feel the earth move under her feet. She can feel and see and sense as if everything's happening at once until nothing's happening at all. And then slowly the sounds of the night fade back in as she's back in the present moment.
You look around to see a lion on the grounds.
Oh my god!
Doesn't seem to really stir. It doesn't even really seem to bother by it. It's just looking at itself in a weird way. And its eyes seem strangely familiar. You do look over, however, to see a small halfling figure. She's not hovering. She's not lying. She's fully bent, covering herself, arched into a ball, rocking as we enter the mind of Sienna. Sienna, you blink, open your eyes. You don't see white light, but what you see you don't like. You open your eyes to see a slick, wet bridge with a car cratered on the side, crushed, steam and fire blazing out of it. This is a memory for you. Not one from someone else, personal. It's one you don't like to think about. But it's a little different. You look down, looks normal, you've got Walkman, normal clothes, and then you look over to the side of the bridge, and you see a small, petite figure of a little 8-year-old girl. Faded, almost like her entire body and clothing is just sepia. Pigtails, and she's crying over the edge of the bridge. Just weepy. What do you do?
You guys, so Sienna's right now, she's freaking out. She's rocking back and forth. She doesn't know what's going on. And she assumes what she's visioning is her younger self. She absolutely hates it. She doesn't like to look back on these memories. And in all of this chaos that's going on and how chaotic it feels, she's going to say, you guys, I think there was acid in my tea. I think so. My Aunt Celeste is harboring acid for her tea. You guys, does anybody hear me?
When you start saying this out loud, you see the little figure is shocked and looks up. Give me a perception check. I hear you. 16, it does it. Oh, well, that was a 15 DC. This is not you. This is someone else entirely. And you see a little face, like Shirley Temple type face, look up at you.
Oh, hello. You guys, does anybody else see this little girl? There's a little girl here. I don't see any parents. You guys are kind of worried. Little girl.
There's no one else. It's just you and me.
What's your name?
Me?
Yes, what's your name?
She kind of wipes tears from her face. My name's Junebug.
Junebug? Is that your actual name, Junebug?
When you say her name, you see little flowers start to appear around her, and her little cheeks turn rosy. Yeah, I'm Junebug.
Okay.
Are you... She looks back at the car and she sees the figures within. Kind of swallows. Are you alone too?
I wouldn't say I'm alone, but you don't have to be alone anymore, Junebug.
When you say that, the vibrancy of her whole being lights up, and you see her kind of float a little bit. You didn't really notice it at first. There's nothing scary about her appearance, but weird, otherworldly, just, you can't explain it. She looks up, she says, I don't? Could we? Do you think we could be friends?
Junebug, we can be more than friends and never have to be alone again.
Her little cheeks turn rosy red. She said, I lost everyone too. I know what it feels like. And she's gonna hold out a little hand, hold yours.
And I'm going to reach out and grab her hand and pull her in and let her know everything's going to be okay.
As you do this, a forest erupts around you, and you feel this warmth emanating from her being. And then you wake up. You're not holding her, but you hear a little giggle in your Walkman headset by your side.
Sienna says, turn around frantically.
Don't worry. I take care of my friends.
Junebug? Does anybody know a girl named Junebug?
As you say this, you look down, and in your hand is a sword of rainbows and roses, petals, all just etched into this sword, and on the hilt, you see it says, "For my best friend."
Okay, well, there's no Junebug, but I guess I have a small size letter opener looking sword now.
You hear a giggle in your head as you look around. You see a lion, just kind of checking himself out.
Oh my god!
And you see Cassandra holding this weird, like, artifact in her hands as it's glowing and just rippling Paige is flipping, and her eyes are just illuminated with what's happening inside.
Did we all drink the tea?
Cassandra, can you hear me?
Yes, what tea?
I don't know, you guys. All I know is that my Aunt Celeste gives me a tea every morning. I swear I didn't drink it, but I guess I did. But how would you guys be affected by the tea? I've never seen you at the shop.
Why do you have a sword?
That is a good question. I'm unsure of that.
Y'all look around. You don't see Madonna. As you look back, you see that Madonna was thrown onto the side of the pier and crashed in to the side of the pier for just one point of bludgeoning damage. That's all it was.
Built like a rock.
You though. Madonna goes flying through the air, fully aware of everything that's going on. Just lights coming at you. Bam! But for you, it wasn't an impact. You hear it again. Bam. Bam. You open your eyes and you see tieflings that look like you, that are going back generation after generation, as they all hold different instruments and dance around you. And as this is happening, as you hear the music filling inside of you, you see this matriarchal looking woman lean down on you, weird medieval clothing, and says, "My children were born to be fabulous." As the music amplifies in you, and you take out your own guitar and start to play along, power ripples from the strings. Go ahead and describe your character. And I'm so sorry, man. We will give you a moment. I feel like for yours is a little bit better to be secretive about it as we get into it. But go ahead and describe, what is your class for Madonna?
Madonna has become a College of Glamour bard.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. So she's gone from being thrown across the pier to height, full of energy. What she thought was her heartbeat turns out to be drum beats. The wind sounds like wind chimes. She can hear what she thought was birds, but it's flute song. Everything shouldn't go together. These are such different instruments. Not everything should be rock. You try to make some instruments rock, they shouldn't be rock, but this is all blending so well together. It would be so complete with a guitar solo she plays. She starts whipping around, playing those notes. All you hear is don don, don don, don don, and then she just whips away at her guitar until everything starts to fade back a little bit. The music's dimming. It's like the amplifiers are being lowered. It gets quiet again. The bird song becomes bird song. Maybe the wind becomes wind again.
As
Classic
everything
begins
just fade down from Madonna, you feel the arcane in your soul, and you know what to do with it. Before everyone around you disappears and the setting fades, you just hear one more whisper of, "Break the system, get the girl." And you are back on the pier to see a lion with your brother's eyes, a small halfling girl holding a freaking sword, and Cassandra, who you just met today, holding a glowing book that's just rippling and alive in her hands.
Holy fucking shit, guys. What the hell? She's gonna be like, whipping her head around. Where is Jimmy? Where's my brother, guys? What the hell? Why do you have a sword?
I don't think Mom would be cool with that kind of language.
It's talking! That lion talking!
There was a girl, and her name was Junebug. That's all I can tell you, okay?
Are you tripping?
There's a logical explanation for this. We just need to calm down and think about it. This must be what being second-hand high is. Dad told me all about this.
Yeah, that's my brother.
Yeah, we
For
found
sure,
Jimmy.
that's my brother.
Jimmy, are you okay?
Yeah, I feel fine, but these hands are definitely not hands.
No.
As y'all are talking, the rippling auroras have dissipated further. They're starting to go out towards the sea. You see that the bright light that was above Vanth has disappeared. It seems as if whatever that was has rippled out slightly, and is starting to hover over the water. Where y'all currently are, you're kind of almost to the end of the pier, but next to a very beachy area, kind of the only untouched area from the industrial maw of Vanth, was this little beach area next to a pier. As the lights ripple over it, the waters themselves begin to boil. As you see fish jumpy. As they're jumpy, they're no longer fish. You see them begin to grow bodies, mutated, horrific bodies. Some of them have the hands of frogs, some of them have the hands of crabs, spines and gills and teeth, as they all start to crawl up on the beach and grab stones and sticks off the beach and start walking directly towards you. You think it's just the fish people, but on either side of the pier, out from the sand, you see erupt 2 human-sized crabs, also just growing in size and in strength. And as they start to walk towards all of you as well, I need everyone to roll initiative.
That's not normal.
And that is also going to be where we end the first session of Let's Get Critical. We will pick up this battle next episode.